something that you can't believe. You see it in a photo or you see it in a painting. You don't believe it until you see it. It just kept going and going and going all the way across the sky.
To characterize what the River of Raptor is pretty much in the statement, River of Raptors. You'll look out and you'll see just a kettle, a large group of birds circling up higher, and then all of a sudden you look a little bit ahead and you literally see a river of raptors flowing over your head, and sometimes it will snake across the sky.
Each fall, the amazing spectacle of the world's largest raptor migration fills the skies over Veracruz, Mexico. Many raptors, birds of prey such as hawks, vultures, kites, and falcons, are snowbirds. As winter approaches, they head south from North America, funneling like a tornado of birds through a narrow geographical gap, where the mountains meet the lowlands of the Mexican coastal plain. Birds traveling along the wide northern coastal plain are gradually squeezed by the volcanic belt of mountains until they reach a bottleneck merely 1/4 of a mile wide, just north of Veracruz. Here they gather in enormous flocks, passing over the heads of dedicated hawk watchers who count and monitor the flight. The numbers are astounding. In 1996, the count totals reached 4.6 million raptors, by far the highest count found anywhere in the world, and only recently discovered.
You know, the principal three species that we feel we're getting a major portion of the world population would be the Swainson's hawk, the broad-winged hawk, and the Mississippi kite. Now, in the case of broad-winged hawks, we've been counting in excess of 1 million broad-winged hawks per season here in Veracruz. And it's believed that that is essentially the entire world population of that species. In the case of Swainson's hawks, maybe upwards of about 500,000 Swainson's hawks. So we think we are capturing the entire world population of Swainson's hawks here, at least about 98-99% of that. And this is far more Swainson's hawks than anybody thought existed. And then in the case of Mississippi kites, we're counting about 50,000 Mississippi kites here each season. So those are the three biggies. We're also counting about 1 million turkey vultures, which may be a major portion of the migratory population of turkey vultures from the North American continent that are moving out of North America and into Central and South America for the winter. This project, called the Veracruz River of Raptors Project, is a cooperative project among three private nonprofit organizations. First is Pro Natura, a Mexican national conservation organization, Hawk Mountain Sanctuary based in Pennsylvania, and Hawk Watch International, a nonprofit conservation group out of Salt Lake City. All three of these groups are working together to attempt to monitor the largest flyway for birds of prey known anywhere in the world along in central Veracruz here along the Gulf Coastal Plain.
In the town of Cordell, about 40 kilometers north of Veracruz City, hawk watchers and hawk counters gather on the roof of the Hotel Bienvenidos, the tallest structure around. This vantage point is ideal for hawk watching, and it has the added bonus of air-conditioned rooms and a good restaurant below. The Pro Natura group are the knowledgeable in-country hosts, organizing the scientific counts for research in two main locations, Cordell and 11 kilometers west outside the small village of Chichicastli. The counts take place daily during the migration. In Chichi, from a scaffolding platform erected in the middle of a soccer field, seasoned hawk watchers work with help from the local kids.
There are several kids out at this site who come out here every day. There are 3 who are still in school who are out here every single afternoon. As soon as school finishes, they come out here and count with us. They point out birds for us. Our eyes are pretty tired in the afternoon, and they come in with fresh eyes and point up to the sky and say, "Migration, migration."
And it's also on the part of Pro Natura for heightening the awareness in these kids and getting these kids out here, at a young age, and encouraging them to pick up the binoculars and look around and take notice of the birds, the hawks, and it's just the natural world, and they are the future. The kids are the future, and I think that's probably the most important goal of a project like this, is the education and just the continuing on and passing on of the conservation ethic. I think it's really important.
We are working with 5 schools and about 10 groups every year, which reaches about 300 school children. We are doing a careful follow-up of the activities that we are doing, and we have, after every chapter in the manual that we developed, an evaluation for children. And so we are measuring how well are they getting their information and how is their attitudes changing towards raptors and the environment.
Through hands-on educational programs, Pro Natura has taken the lead in changing the way Veracruz children view the ecology of their world. Activities like the popular Visit of the Hawk make lasting impressions on the children. Playground games such as Migration Route Dangers and The Owl and the Mouse strengthen their awareness of the raptor's daily challenges. Even colorful puppet games can include hawks and ecological principles.
In the long term, conservation can only be achieved in central Veracruz by reaching people's mind. There is no protected areas, there is no legislation that is already working for the conservation of these birds and their habitats. And I guess in the long term, the best for us will be to reach their minds and change their attitudes and their actions towards these birds and their habitats. Our dream is to buy a piece of land in which we can install our nature center and our biological station and do our counts from that grounds. We need to attract more the attention of local people and get them more interested in what is going on here. So we are going to have a permanent display, educational display for visitors. We are going to have a tower for the counters, and we are going to have educational trails so people can walk around in the woods and see butterflies, trees, and many other birds as well.
Do they have horns on their beaks?
They're so beautiful.
We got storks up here coming into this white cloud here, top of the cloud.
We are working right now in raising the money needed to buy the land and to put all that together. We need several things. We need money, we need people expertise in giving us advice on how to make this a more effective way of doing our conservation work. And we need a lot of energy from ourselves to get this work done.
The whole thing is going to grow over the next few years. This is going to be huge, and you'll have people from all over the world coming to see this.
Ojalá vean grandes migraciones, que tengan mucho éxito y mucha suerte.
Hoping that you see lots of migration and wish you the best of luck.